Hello and welcome to another video, and welcome to an announcement video. I am so excited about this. I am here today to announce a reading event which is taking place in the whole of 2026, being run by myself and my very good friend Kerry of the newly renamed channel Kerry Books. I will link to Kerry's channel in the description box below. And this event is the TBR Reading Spa. Doesn't that sound nice? Now, my reading plans for 2026 are to just read books from my own shelves or library books. I'm not going to be buying any books next year. The reason for that is, well, there's a couple of reasons. One is that we just don't have space for lots of unread books here. I have about 95 at the moment, I think, and I'm doing the book advent calendar as well, so that's going to go up. But we have quite a small flat. I don't have space for all this. And also next year, money's going to be a little bit tight because it's my last year of my PhD, so I might not be able to work full time like I have been doing throughout most of my studies. So yeah, can't really afford to be buying books next year. So I just thought I would really focus on my TBR. Now, I was having breakfast with Kerry one morning and she was also talking about her TBR, really wanting to focus on it. And so I thought about that for a while, and then I sent her a really coherent message, which I think said something like, hey, do you fancy doing something next year? Like, I don't know, some kind of thing where we read things from our shelves, some kind of, I don't know, read along or challenge or something. Now, luckily she wasn't entirely put off, so we decided to put our heads together. We had some pizza, we drank some mulled wine, and we came up with some plans. Now, I know there are lots of reading challenges out there, but the really important thing for me was to try and create something that was really low stress, zero stakes, no pressure, really incredibly chill. So this is the kind of thing that you can take part in for 1 month, you can take part in for a couple, you can take part in whenever you feel like it, if you just want to read something from your shelf but you want a bit of guidance on what to pick, or you can take part for the whole year. You can do whatever you want, absolutely no pressure. There are a lot of reading challenges out there that I think use terms like, challenge, TBR challenge or TBR tackle, TBR reduction, TBR annihilation. I don't think anybody does that, but they're all quite stressful. And I just wanted something quite calm. Like, it doesn't matter if you read 1 book or 100 from your shelves, just, read some stuff. I think some people do like a little bit of guidance, they want a bit of help. I do myself, sometimes you're not quite sure what to pick up. But the idea of a prompt where it's a very specific thing, we wanted to kind of get away from that because sometimes it tries to lead you towards a book that you don't really have on your shelf already. It might be a really specific type of book, a specific genre or a specific colour or image on the cover that you just don't have, and it's really hard to then complete the challenge without then getting other books. So we were trying to think of ways of making this really chill, but still with a little bit of guidance for people. And luckily for me, because I have no imagination, but Kerry came up with an absolutely brilliant idea. I came up with some prompts, she came up with a whole quiz. So what I want you to do is to imagine that in 2026, once a month, you will take yourself away to a spa. And when you are at that spa, all you will do is read. Just relax and read. So you've probably taken along some of your books with you. You're not sure which one of those you want to pick up first. So before you pick up a book, you pick up a magazine. The magazine happens to be from the 90s and it has a quiz in it. Anybody who read magazines in the 90s will know the kind of quizzes that they have in those. And everyone will know what those quizzes are like, is that if you don't get the answer that you want, just go back and do it again until you get an answer that you want. So that's what we have. Kerry has come up with these absolutely amazing quizzes. I've come up with some prompts, and in the description box below there is a link to Google Drive where you can go and download all 12 months worth. We will be doing videos every month, probably just before the start of the month, to show you the next month's quiz, so you don't have to look at them all now, but they're there if you want to. But I am going to just show you January's one so you can get an idea of what it is, and if you want to join in as well. You should be able to see on the screen now January's quiz, and they will all look kind of like this. So you start the quiz, you start the month with the question, and the question for January is, how are you feeling about your reading at the start of the year? So you might select, I'm excited for all the new discoveries, and then we ask you the question, do you enjoy the buzz of hyped books? You might actually say, how am I feeling? I'm feeling curious and open-minded. And then we ask you the question, do you usually like to take risks? Or you might say, actually, I'm unsure where to start. So we'll ask you the question, do you prefer to play it safe? And depending on whether you say yes or no to those questions, the prompt is then to either read the newest release on your TBR, read the last book you bought or were gifted, or read from a trusted author. Now, like I said, if you're familiar with these kind of quizzes, which lots of people did in magazines when they were younger, especially in the 90s, if you get an answer you don't want, you just go back again and do a different one. So it's very, very chill. It's very, very relaxed. The link to the Google Drive, which has all 12 months worth of quizzes, is in the description box below. You can just go and have a look at January's one now if you want to get a closer look at that. Or if you don't want to download anything, you can just go back to the point of the video, the where I just showed it on the screen, and pause it and have a little look. So just before the start of every month, either Kerry or myself or both of us will post a video just showing you the quiz for the next month, and maybe talking through which books we have selected, or which book we might wait until the middle of the month to select a book. I don't know. It's very, very chill. It's very, very relaxed. So I do hope that some of you will join us with the TBR Reading Spa in 2026. I am very excited for this, and I think it's going to be fun, and it's going to be a great way for us to really just focus on some of those unread books on our shelves, which we can take with us to our relaxing spa and have a really good time. So if you are coming with us to our spa next year, and if you plan on focusing on the books on your shelves, do let us know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Do go and subscribe to Kerry's channel if you haven't already. The link to her channel is in the description box. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments below, and I will see you very soon in another video. Thank you so much for watching.